Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start with the new episode for March 2022. Here I bought a game from a guy on eBay via auction. When browsing his other items, I gained interest in several other games he had to offer. But the other games ended several days later, so I asked if I could wait with the payment. Then the seller bought 2 items from me. And that's where we started to make a deal, half a trade, half a purchase from my side. The games aren't in the best possible condition, but the prices were really good, especially for Star Wars, which can be really expensive as French/Dutch version. So far I expanded my French/Dutch collection a lot this year. As you can see, the games I got aren't the crazy highlights, but what can I do? There has to be the day when I buy the lame games as well. For me personally, Prince of Persia was a great purchase, because I only had the French/Dutch-1, now I also have the French/Dutch No-1. By the end of this month, I will be down to like 45 missing French/Dutch games. I have a loose box of Super Battle Tank, French/Dutch version. Now I bought a manual for it. So now I have a box and manual lying around. Great purchase. Money well spent. Why am I always doing this? Mr. Nuts French/Dutch version, and I already have it. Still bought it. Is it boredom? Or stupidity? Or a hormonal dysfunction? At least I made like 15 euros when selling it. I hate myself. I also couldn't upgrade the condition from the one I already have. No cart bag, no consumer info, nothing. For this Cybernator French/Dutch version, it's the exact same story like for Mr. Nuts. I already have it, but still bought it. At least both games were sold relatively quickly. Let's check if I can upgrade the condition of the game I have. I hate it when the condition is pretty much the same. I can never decide which part to keep and which to sell. The next French/Dutch game this month is Syndicate. Man, what a great purchase. A rare game in a nice condition. Love it. I bought this via a Facebook group for SNES games from a Swiss guy who couldn't speak English at all. He also was too stupid to fill in the export form properly, so I had to pay custom taxes. Merde. This one also is from that Facebook group. It's Secret of Evermore in the blister. When buying one of the French RPGs in a blister, always check for the corners. They are damaged most of the time. Here the corners are almost completely intact. But later that day I dropped the blister and damaged both bottom corners. What a stupid cunt I am. Here I bought a box full with loose boxes and manuals for a total of €100. Now it's my duty to complete all those games. Think about the value all of those games will have when completed. What a great purchase. Both the Game Boy games will be €100 together once completed. Aladdin will be $40. Mortal Kombat is like €50. Of course the condition of the most valuable box and manual, Sunset Riders, is in the worst condition. But still I'm gonna try 300 for it. I think that might be possible with a little wait. Speaking of Sunset Riders, let me show you something. I will show you my Sunset Rider cartridges. In the last episode I showed you my complete Sunset Riders, now check out my cards. Holy shit, I'm a sick bastard. Of course the condition varies from bad to very good. Well, completing the Sunset Riders box and manual was easy. Now let's try to complete some more stuff. This Mario World cart will be sold bundled with a console. In order to not have the loose Game Boy boxes and manuals lying around for years, I quickly tried to get my hands on the cartridges. And I got them. The first one is Paperboy, then Chase HQ. I bought this Donkey Kong Country 3 cart, because it came with the German black and white manual, that came with the French/Dutch version of the game, when sold in Germany. Only to then find out, that I already had the manual. Fuck. At least I could massively improve the condition of the normal manual from the game. Oh, look at this packaging. What was this seller thinking? This guy must have the absolute opposite of trust issues with the post companies. Let's see how this turned out. And the game is fucked. Holy shit. It's completely fucked. I mean, it's only Super Soccer, but still. What would my friends think of me with such a game in my collection? I mean if I had any friends. What an asshole. Let me tell you the story of the desperate Super Nintendo prince. He was so desperate for dust bags, that he bought these two shitty games, in order to get one of those bags, I repeat, just one original dust bag. Though by selling both games, there might be a few bucks left, too. But try to sell shit like Goof Troop and Tetris Attack. It's not as if many people cared for those games. Tetris Attack is an awesome game though. Haven't checked it out yet? Wanna try? What a coincidence. I have one for sale right now. Please buy it. I beg you, please. Now this is some high-tier stuff. I bought a manual for fucking wild guns, in order to complete a loose box and cart. I had an extra manual for it, but the condition of said manual is close to perfect. The box and manual's condition on the other hand, is horrible. So I wouldn't want to waste such a good manual on it. See? The condition of the newly acquired manual, which I would describe as decent, also looks superior in contrast with the box. I traded the complete Wild Guns game to an Italian collector friend of mine. I will tell you about that exchange in April's episode. Oh, and I bought a fireman manual, too. Which I have absolutely no use for. Now there are 2 double manuals of firemen in my shelf. Great. This was a great purchase, I can tell you. I got all the shit you can see here, for a total of $50. Everything is for resale though, but man, this was great. Both of the cartridges could be used to complete an incomplete game, and the boxed games were either complete or I had a double manual. When editing this video I had already sold the Aladdin cart, combined with the loose box and manual from before, for €40, and the Royal Rumble game for $50. So every sold game from now on is good money that can be invested into my collection. Let's open this giant parcel. Man, what is this shit? Why would this seller put all his shredded documents into my order? What the fuck is wrong with people? This is a purchase I deeply regret. I bought a console with 40 trash cartridges. I could use some of them to complete incomplete games, like Mortal Kombat for example. But still. Now I have so many shitty carts. The AC adapter of the console was broken, too. If I could undo this purchase, I would. I wouldn't be mad if you skipped this section of the video. After this letdown, let's have some good stuff. Here I bought a good handful of boxed games in good to very good condition. No dust bags or new items or condition upgrades, but still a good purchase. Cost me €130 in total. I bought several UKV games this month. We've seen Super Soccer UKV-1 already. So let's start with the rest by starting with the worst of the bunch, because it's this time of the year again, where I bought a game that I already had. Lagoon. Here I bought 3 UKVs. The first is Desert Strike, which is meant as a condition upgrade. The one from my collection was too bad. Then there is Yoshi's Island, which, you may not believe this, I haven't had before. By the time I am editing this video, I have already bought a condition upgrade to Yoshi's Island, because I hated the sun fading on this one. Oh, and then there's this golf game, which also upgraded the one from my collection. The next UKV is Lamborghini, American Challenge. Now I have both the UKV and the UKV-1. The next two purchases will have to do with Super Metroid UKV. The first one is the player's guide and the German extra manual in black and white. I bought this for the extra manual, of course. The player's guide will be sold. Now I gotta put the new extra manual into my Super Metroid big box. I know that the extra manual wasn't sold bundled with the Zelda value pack, but I don't have the normal UKV big box of Super Metroid and I don't want it, because it's identical with the Zelda value pack, except for the included Zelda game and the sticker of course. The second Super Metroid purchase is an interesting oddity. This is the small box UKV of Super Metroid. You probably didn't know that this existed. It's also ugly as fuck. You have to open it upside down. What I mean is that the closing lashes are not attached to the bottom side of the box, but to the top. It's so ugly. It also does not have a manual. But that's because a manual for this abomination doesn't exist. But another player's guide was included in this purchase. Great, now I gotta sell 2 of these fuckers. Before we head over to the German games I bought this month, we gotta finish the UKVs with this one. It's Super Star Wars UKV No-1. I already had the UKV-1, so now I have them both. It's not the condition of my dreams, but I bought it via German eBay, so I had a low price and no freaking fucking import taxes, for fuck's sake. So from Star Wars UKV No-1, there's only one way to go. Yes, you are correct. It's the motherfucking Star Wars NOE, which I didn't have, for some reason. Now I have it. Haha. Three new Star Wars games in a single month. This will never happen again. There are not enough Star Wars games missing in my collection. This would have been a good moment to show all my Star Wars games, now that I think about it, but I didn't record any footage, so fuck you. Another one of those cases, where I had the NOE-1, but not the NOE, is The Simpsons, Bart's Nightmare, which is now collecting history. Two new NOE games in a single month, that is massive. But two more purchases await you. The first is F-Zero. Nah, where is it? Ah, there you go, the original receipt from the 90s. What could top the original receipt for F-Zero? A receipt for motherfucking Zelda. Now I have both the black and the red editions of Zelda with original receipt. In total I have almost 90 games with receipt. This is another one of my somewhat dumb purchases. I bought Mario World for no reason. Fuck. I rarely get Italian games lately. So that has to change. Here I bought the Italian version of Young Merlin. Wanna see all Young Merlins that I have? After I didn't show you my Star Wars games, this is the least I can do. Well, that's it for this episode. Stay tuned for a much shorter April episode. Unfortunately. See you.